Guys, it's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Woo! Bank holiday this week again. Yeah.
Yeah, we just had a stand up as well, looking at what we're doing this week. A bit of recap on Rob's MCM trip on Friday, which seemed to go well.
Call it goodies.
But yeah, in terms of what we're actually doing this week, there's a couple of announcements for me. So we're getting the Pirates DLC announced. It's the day to get that announced, and the Hexseed DLC is due to be announced on Friday as well. But yeah, on that topic as well, that's what I'm working on. I'm going to be doing the Pirates DLC at the beginning of the week, getting that wrapped up, and then towards the end of the week working on Hexseed, getting more Hexseed levels done as well.
Yeah, and for me, so this morning we'll be doing the Pirate DLC, wrapping everything up to send off to Lee. And the rest of the week I'll be doing all the touch-ups for Athena, finishing off the Grizzles animations and the Ghost, and maybe doing a few little tweaks here and there, getting ready for the big character next week, getting everything wrapped up.
Yeah, and for me, a bit of Skystead stuff, a bit of admin following my trip on Friday. But yeah, I'm going to be working on creature spawning AI, so trying to make some sort of like logistic system for when different creatures spawn in, which should be fun. Okay, so I've just been sort of finishing off some stuff that I was supposed to finish off last week, but I ran out of time. Yeah, so you see we've got this dollar sign money counter in the top left. We aren't going to actually have money in this game. It's going to be more like almost like happiness crystals, almost type of thing. So whenever you positively impact the environment, you get little crystals coming out like Minecraft experience, and they'll zip into your little counter in the top left, but we're just using dollars for the moment just because it's easy. But yeah, when you destroy some items, you get little bits of money, and when you terraform some of the area as well, you get some money. So what I've done at the moment is it's tied to these little tufts of dead grass and rocks, so when you remove them, there's a chance that you get a little bit of money. But yeah, imagine like little particle effects popping up whenever we do a hit. And yeah, we can use that in the shop. Yeah, and then when we interact with the shop, we got this working last week. You can buy the things, and you see the money counter will drop when we start spawning these items in. And then when we hit 2, we can't afford it anymore. So that's not going to be able to go through. But yeah, just little fixing from last week, and yeah, it should be good to go. Obviously needs a bit of polish, but yeah.
Alrighty, so it's been quite a busy day. I managed to wrap up Pirates completely. I did manage to get that big image done today and got it all coloured and rendered in. Looks quite nice. I also made quite a lot of tweaks to this image I did a little while ago, but I wasn't too happy with it, so I changed up the sky. I made a few tweaks here and there just around to make it a bit more vibrant and a bit more alive. And overall I'm quite happy. But right now, I'm kind of making my way through the list of fixes that I need to do for Skystead. There's quite a few, but I'm making my way down the list. As you can see, I've already done a few here, but it's getting there. Board complete. Looking good. Obviously we missed some days, because obviously there's already some things filled in on the dates, and of course we're not in on the weekends, but hey, pretty much all the images are in there. And it's nice that Lee and Rob also contributed on the days that I missed out.
Yeah, so I've been working on some of the spawning stuff for Skystead. So before today, basically these grass points here were just spawning a random creature every couple of seconds or so. But now it depends on the state of the floor that you've currently got. So you see I've managed to create a bit of, well, I've sort of been like clearing out this area here and replacing it with just regular dirt instead of cracked earth. And you can see now that the Shelly is spawning. I don't think we'll be wanting full, like so many spawning at once, but it's just for demo purposes at the moment. And there's some other metrics that we needed to add to be tracked. So if I manually build a few different objects, and then we give it a minute, the ghost should start spawning as well. Yes, this guy's just spawned now, and yeah, there's some other metrics as well. So the grizzle will like trees, and spike will only spawn if you've got so many different types of creatures in the world as well. So it's just gonna be a matter of configuring the world so that we can test all of them now. Because if we go to the shop, there isn't much really set up properly at the moment, so it just needs a bit setting up. And then hopefully we'll be able to buy all the different seeds and materials needed to be able to test all the spawnings.
Okie dokie, so it's been an eventful afternoon. I managed to get the ghost animations done. So you can see here, this is his walk. He kind of just floats around, flapping his little arms around. Looks quite cute. This is his happy, so he kind of sways side to side. Again, playing on his little arms, it's quite cute. I'm definitely relying on seeing how the eyes will look, because hopefully that'll play a lot more into his character. His special, this is sad, where he kind of jitters around panicking. Again, their eyes will be different, make them look sad, so hopefully that'll play into it more. And this is his special animation, where it's a little jump and twirl. So yeah, I'm quite happy with them. However, the Grizzle has been having some issues. So the original plan today was to hopefully get the ghost animations and the bear animations done. It was quite an optimistic task, so I'm not too upset that I didn't get that far. But the bear had a lot of problems. Essentially, it broke. So a lot of the animations that I had that were ongoing, such as the walk, the idle, and a bit of the sad animation, some sort of keyframe in there or something about the mesh, I couldn't figure out what it was causing the model to move when I was trying to lock in the transforms. So as you can see here in the transform section, everything is zeroed out, but originally it wasn't. And when I was switching between not this mode, between pose mode and object mode, it was moving around, similar to edit, but edit doesn't matter. Pose and object mode was shifting around, which is quite bad because it needs to be zeroed out, and I couldn't figure out what it was. So what I essentially did was I just removed all the old animation data that I wasn't going to use, such as the walk and idle. I didn't like them and I was going to redo them anyway, in order to salvage the special animation. And the special animation is fine, it's completely safe, and all the locations have been zeroed out. So hopefully this means it's a good sign that nothing's going to break in the future, and hopefully now I can just continue getting on with the animations.
So yeah, I'm spending today just going through the Pirates DLC, career testing all the levels that Jack's done. So far it's pretty good, so I'm just doing it alphabetical order. There's no real form to doing these ones, so I'm just going through them in order. But so far it's been really good. I've just finished the 9th image and I'm about halfway done, which is quite good for one day's worth of work. Still an hour or so left for my shift as well, so I'm sure I'll get a couple more finished up. But yeah, we heard about Trello here. You can see all the ones that I've tested have been pretty much good. There's only one that's had a number of changes, so yeah, it's getting better each time. So as I said, these ones, there have been very minor changes, if any, on these images. So yeah, it's looking really good. And the ones I've got left, look at there's a number of small levels, which means hopefully that could mean that I'm more than halfway through, but we'll see.
Okay, so it's the Thursday morning now, and I've started working more on the bear, and it's coming along a lot better than yesterday. But now that I've had a fresh start and a fresh perspective, I'm definitely getting along things a lot faster. So I've actually managed to get almost 4 of the animations done. This is his happy. He has a little sniff, jumps up and down, he has a little nod. Quite happy with that one. His idle, which of course is just like the rest of them, very simple, very easy, just very subtle breathing. And right now I'm working on the sad one, which is coming along pretty well. It's similar to Spike's, I think, where he essentially kind of like hunches down, nodding no. Considering these are quite big, I think Spike does that, one of them does. I kind of want to keep that quite similar, so it's quite identifiable when an animal's sad. I think that's quite important, especially because this guy's got a big head. It's very easy to make him look sad using some nods or shaking his head. But yeah, that's coming on quite nicely too. That one won't take too much longer. I kind of want him to have a little look up first and then stand back into his original idle pose. Just add a little hint of extra character to it. But after that I need to do the walk cycle, and that's definitely going to be the hardest one. I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to take me. I've had a few goes already over the past few weeks on occasion, and what I've found so far is the bear's walk is quite hard to do.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I managed to get the Grizzle walk animations finished, and I'm quite happy with it. It's not looping correctly because the GIF's frame rate isn't the same, but yeah, it shows the general kind of premise. I quite like it. Definitely got some more weight to this walk because he's kind of stomping around.
I've just finished career testing all of the levels for the Pirate DLC. There's some minor changes on these ones on the right, but these ones on the left here, there's only 4 that had some changes that I want to check again. But yeah, they've all been tested, and I've gone ahead and reordered them all into size order. So I'm going to re-import them all now and then check how the changes have turned out and make sure everything's alright before we push into the final build.
Okay, so it's the Friday morning now, and I've spent primarily a lot of the morning doing some more fixes for Skystead, primarily the rabbit, or the button tail, and there was a few things that I wanted to tweak up for him. His positioning was a little off, so I needed to fix up some of the pivot positioning. As you can see now, it's dead center in the middle, so that should look a lot better in game now. And I noticed that the button tail was running around in game, that there was a sort of delay in the walk cycle. That's just because the frame range was set wrong. So essentially, although you start from frame 0 down here, it's always best to clip 0 out, because then that stops the pause in between the animation cycling around. So that's what I did here. Essentially just made so that there's no pause now, and it just continuously loops. Looks a lot better now. It looks more consistent and a lot more free flowing. As originally, I can quickly show you, if I up the frame range to its original, you can kind of see the pause there, but while he's running. It wasn't that drastic, but it was still noticeable in game. So just changing that from 0 to 2 and the end from 26, 25, it just makes it a lot smoother.
Right, okay, but it's just been a bit of a bug fixing day for me at Skystead. So kind of with me being off sick yesterday, I didn't want to take on anything too adventurous. So I've been trying to get the store page a bit nicer, so you can see we've got more items, we've got pine cones and things. And just writing a description for them, or just asking AI to do it for us. We'll come back and do it properly later, but it's just for reference sake. And some of these items weren't working, which is kind of odd. It's just because of a bit of refactoring I did before. But yeah, it all seems to be working now. It still needs a bit of work, but we're getting there. You see, like that when I plant the thing, it jumps. That's a bug that I found. Basically, whenever an item grows, it teleports a little bit. It's looking good. We've also managed to get the animations in for the ghost. There's the ghost, a little spook. See how he's bobbing up and down now, and the grizzle as well. If we can find him. Yeah, here he is. We did have an animation for walk cycle in before, which is why he's a bit out of sync at the moment. But yeah, good boy,
Guys, it's the weekend.
Yeah.
It's been another busy week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thanks for watching. Make sure you check out all the things we've got coming up this month. So it is a Hexseed month, so we've got that coming out in a couple of weeks. We've got Corin Pixels Pirates.
Which is next week.
Yeah.
Not today for the video.
Not today. Yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah,
today.
yeah.
So
Just
go check it out.
it is later this month, but just very soon later. And then we've got, what was it, Wooloop something?
Space.
Thank you to everyone, all our Patreon members who keep us going with all the inspiration and all the confidence to keep going forward. And thank you to everyone in our Discord and the people who joined the stream today. It was quite a fun stream. Quite a slow one because it was modelling, but it was still quite fun. It's kept me quite driven to go through it. Thank you to everyone.